Tonight on Evening, where to pick your pumpkins and apples before the season is over.
We get to pick pumpkins.
I'm St. Brian in Tacoma, where a new exhibition celebrates the colorful career of Northwest set designer Carey Wong.
The Sweet Northwest Treat. Learn the tasty history of Chukar cherry.
When it's fresh, there's nothing better.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Jose Cedeño, coming to you from the Seattle Asian Art Museum inside Volunteer Park. And I'm here today checking out their latest exhibit, Geometry of Light. It's the first solo exhibition by a Pakistani-American artist in Sam's 90-year history. Each shape and figure reflected on the walls sends a strong message.
You can hide a multitude of sins behind darkness, but then also the shadows are where a lot of immigrants live. There is a voice out there that wants harmony, that wants support, that wants inclusivity. This is titled A Beautiful Despair. If you look at this piece, for example, it looks so fragile, but it's not. It's really heavy. It's beauty and darkness, love and hate. That is titled, This Is Not a Refuge. Sort of like the vision of home has become tarnished. Home is what everybody seeks. This work is actually a memory I had from my mother reading her Quran on a book rest. I want my work to sort of assist in some ways for these dark thoughts, these dark issues to be discussed. When you look at the shadows, is a metaphor for the idea of communication.
When they come to visit this, what do you want them to leave this room and think about?
Think about where I come from. For us to live and work together, we have to get to know people of all types.
The exhibit is happening right now and runs through April the 19th. Now let's go to Snohomish to go and check out a family fun adventure that has been over 100 years in the making.
It was established in 1913 by my great-great-grandparents. So I'm fifth generation on the Bailey farm, and we're raising the sixth generation now.
Bailey Farm!
Yeah, we've changed over the years. It used to be more of a commodity crop farm.
Dairy cows were the big thing. We used to have dairy cows, and like this used to just be like corn for cows and stuff, but now it's like a lot of people come out and people are picking stuff instead, so that's probably the biggest change.
It's more and more bringing people out to the farm, getting the U-Pick experience.
We get to pick pumpkins.
Can we pick it up for you? Okay.
First of all, like it's a fun experience to be able to pick your own stuff and like see where a carrot, like pick a carrot out of the ground or green beans or whatever, and it's a good like family activity. But also, yeah, you're supporting the local community, so we do appreciate that.
We have about 70 acres of U-Pick fruit and vegetables, and right out here today we're at our pumpkin barn, so we've got about 10 acres of pumpkins, and we're sitting in front of about 2.5 acres of apples. We're in a bit of a unique position because we're sitting on about 350 acres, which might seem like a lot to some people, but it is a smaller size farm. We're able to cut out the middleman that way and be able to, have a sustainable living on the farm. So it's a great lifestyle as long as we can make it work. One good thing to know about our farm is that no matter what, it will always stay a farm. Thanks to the Washington Farmland Trust. You just have to know that you're supporting a farming family that's been at it for a long time.
Well, you still have time to pick up your pumpkins and apples, but the season is coming to an end, so go and get your goods. They open daily from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Now, they say the Northwest taste comes in chocolate-covered cherries from Chukar Cherries. That sounds just delicious. Here's Saint with the story.
At the Chukar Cherries flagship store in Prosser, Pam Montgomery loves introducing Washington customers to the fruit in their own backyard.
When it's fresh, there's nothing better.
The story of Chukar Cherries begins back in 1984.
Our young family moved from Seattle to the Yakima Valley and purchased an 8,000 tree cherry orchard. And I noticed in walking my 3 young daughters around the orchard that after harvest, with 8,000 trees, a few cherries were left over. And I noticed hanging on the branch, they increased in natural sugar and got better and better. And that was the impetus.
Pam wanted to sell dehydrated cherries, but the experts said that was impossible without adding sugar.
My vision was always no preservatives, no added sugar. And then if you want something luscious, dip it in the finest chocolate, right? But don't add sugar to a fruit.
From the hand-picked orchards outside Prosser, Chucker gets bins and bins of cherries.
We begin the dehydration process, which puts them into a chiller, run them through a pitter, into the dehydrator. So it's about 2,000, 3,000 pounds of dried cherries a day, which is essentially somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20,000 of fresh cherries.
Many of the cherries are smothered in premium pastry chocolate.
One of the things I've learned in my many years is bringing joy is just a huge thing in your daily life. And we can do that, so it's just fun.
Thank you, Saint. And by the way, if you never had a chance to try one of those Choco's cherries, they give free samples at the Pike Place Market. That's a good tip. I give it to you for free. Thank me later.
Still to come on Evening, step into the world of a stage designer.
I think the process of designing slowly is good.
And take your karaoke game to the next level at this 5-star dive bar.
Wow!
Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Greetings. Welcome to the headquarters of the Human Resistance.
Where's my hair?
Your hair has been destroyed to prevent you from contacting your ship.
What ship?
Your mothership?
Okay.
Hey, this is Saint, looking forward to another madcap Emma Stone movie directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Together, they did Poor Things and The Favorite. In Begonia, the 2-time Oscar-winning actress plays a powerful CEO, kidnapped by a pair of conspiracy theorists who believe she's an alien sent to destroy Earth. No spoilers here, but you'll be thinking about the ending for days. Begonia, rated R, hits our local big screens Friday.
Welcome back to the show from the Seattle Asian Art Museum, and we have to talk about this big piece. It's called Water Lilies by Ai Weiwei. It's nearly 50 feet long, made from, check this out, 650,000 Lego pieces. Okay, from this one, let's go to Tacoma because there's another exhibition that celebrates the art of a stage designer. So join us from the Washington State History Museum.
Yeah, Carey Wong was studying to be a theoretical mathematician at Yale when he realized his gift for problem solving could be used in a career that would be a lot more fun.
I always feel like this is more play than it is work.
Here you'll find dozens of intricate miniature worlds that tell the story of a remarkable career, stage designer Carey Wong's career.
This exhibit is kind of a valentine to all of the projects that have really touched me in a way.
Projects that have all combined art and mathematics.
Poo poo pip pip, stiff upper lip, carry on.
A lot of people initially don't see the relationship between stage design and math, but they're both problem solving.
And for more than 50 years, Carey has been finding solutions for stages all over the Northwest.
We think we've got it figured out, suspicious.
For the Fifth Avenue Theater's production of Something's Afoot, that meant designing a contraption in the fireplace that could shoot poison darts, a stage that gave actors room to dance, and just the right shade of red that would work with the costumes.
All around suspicions linger.
We spent a lot of time looking through the Benjamin Moore color paint swatches.
For days and days, Carey would hand build the half-inch scale maquettes you see in the exhibition.
I think the process of designing slowly is good because you can consider every choice that you need to make.
Many visitors linger at this one, designed for the Fifth Avenue Theater production of After Midnight.
The idea of this show was that we wanted to have the feeling of the Cotton Club.
Carey may have an artistic vision, but the look of every stage is the result of collaboration.
If it ain't got that swing.
In stage design, you end up working with other directors, choreographers, the actors, the technical crew, the builders. So it's a panoply of people as the project goes on.
But I adore them. I can't be without any of them.
For the Seattle Reps production of the farce Boing Boing, Carey built 7 doors for slamming.
In here? No. In here? No. In here? Yes. Oh, me.
I'm a detail guy, yeah.
The exhibition gives visitors a rare glimpse into how these tiny designs transform into breathtaking full-scale productions.
For me, it's kind of like a compendium of desserts that I've been able to kind of assemble over the years.
Carry on, baby Grace. Carry on.
Okay, that exhibition is going to be running through February the 22nd. Now let's go to Mount Vernon, where there's a theme bar that should be in the Karaoke Hall of Fame, if there's even one. I'm talking about Cat's West Side Stories. That's our 5-star dive bar for today.
First of all, I drove by and I saw the name, West Side Stories. And I knew it was a dive bar. Being 85 years old, I generally wouldn't hang out in, but it's just like a home away from home, a happy place.
This is the west side of Mount Vernon, and what do you do in a bar? You tell stories.
Can you tell me a story?
My daughter works here. Lots of people come here having a bad day. They don't leave with a bad day. Well, we're a theme bar. Every month is different. Our happy hours are just on Wednesdays. Hump Day happy hour, 7 to close. $3.50 well drinks, a bucket of Budweisers for $20. Our Cat's Meow is our best seller. Some raspberry vodka, and we brew a raspberry hibiscus tea, top it off with some fresh produce. As a dive bar, we have very good food, and we take a lot of pride in that.
Is your name Cat?
Yes.
That was a wild guess, by the way.
Daytime is very, very quiet. At nighttime, it's kind of like just like you would expect. The music goes up, the characters change a little bit. We call it Sing Song Bing Bong because karaoke is very boring and we're not boring people. Yeah, who crazier?
I mean, it gets pretty wild. People come in, you get mixed reactions. A lot of times you have people walk through the doors and kind of like take a look around and just turn around and leave. But a lot of people stay, a lot of people stick around.
Just give me like at least 3 top crazy party stories that happen here.
It's gonna be more than 3 and you can edit it down.
Sure, Cats is taking karaoke to the next level. Something that many are just craving for.
A lot of people come into a bar looking for an escape, and we provide that escape. People came up to me and said, you know, this has saved my life. That's what makes it important for me.
Without a doubt, Cat's West Side Stories is a place to visit.
Hey, if you're driving by I-5, if you're driving through I-5,
if you're driving through I-5, you better stop here for good music, good karaoke, and good food.
What he said.
Cat's West Side Stories is located in Barker Street in Mount Vernon, and they open Wednesdays through Sundays. And I'm pretty sure their Halloween party is gonna be fantastic. We'll be right back. I should go to that party.
Coming up, find your last-minute eco-friendly Halloween costumes and see the videos that made these furry friends a social media sensation.
Welcome back to the show. Now let's go to the biggest Goodwill in the world, where it's about to get spooky in a very eco-friendly way. Because thrifting a costume, a Halloween costume, is a scary but good idea.
Thrifting is basically the solution to what you just said, because on the one hand, you can save money. So it's really good for families who have several costumes to buy. Saves a lot of money. And then also the environment, those 35 million costumes that end up in the landfill after one wear. Fortunately, many of those end up at Goodwill now and can get a second life, so that's definitely a sustainability issue. That could be a demon hunter. And the third one is also all the proceeds of what you shop at Goodwill go to our free job and training and adult education programs. So you're also doing good for your community. It's a triple win.
Some people might assume that you don't have anything new or topical or trendy if it's thrifted. Not the case.
There's an Addams Family. The Addams Family is a great costume, either as a group costume or individually, because it's relatively easy to thrift. You get a black dress, get a wig, light makeup, or for men also, get a suit, get a white shirt. It's relatively easy to find the pieces. A good example is the K-pop Demon Hunters. That's like the rage right now. Everybody wants to go as Huntrix or Saja boys. Wicked, of course, is an elaborate costume with like very tailored pieces. So we do get gowns, and everybody here will be happy to help you too.
A lot of great choices that make me think that I still need to pick what I'm gonna dress up for this Halloween. Now, did you know there's a handful of local animals that made it big time on social media? Yes, they do have more followers than me. Here's Saint with that story.
While many pet owners talk to their fur babies, it's usually a one-sided conversation. That doesn't seem to be the case with Bunny. With the touch of a button, this Tacoma Sheepadoodle can ask to play with a friend, go outside, or get her ear scratched.
Okay.
Bunny's communication skills have caught the attention of millions of followers online, as well as scientists. She's now part of a study.
If people are taking away from this that they want to have a deeper connection with their dog, I think that's amazing.
Seattle Humane's TikTok videos have racked up millions of views as well, helping dozens of dogs and cats get adopted.
Stinky baby.
The man behind the camera is Brandon Max, PR professional turned social media producer. He creates content, hoping to find these animals their forever homes.
And you can look this way. I try to keep it light for them. Obviously, they are not Hollywood dogs and cats, you know. They haven't been trained. They've come from at-risk shelters from across the country where they were facing euthanasia, you know. This is the second chance to find a family. I just really want them to have fun, you know, and try to capture their personality in a way that's a little bit more unique.
Think I'll go home now.
You did it. You did it. Thank you, Saint. If you want to follow all of these local famous animals, you can hunt them down in social media. Get it? Hunt them down. Yeah, it's a bad joke.
Still ahead on Evening, this may be your last chance to vote for your favorite places in Western Washington.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our communities shine. Thanks to support from Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at Pemco.com. Evening's 33rd annual Best of Western Washington is sponsored by Aegis Living, where we treat you like family.
Welcome back to the show. Time is running out for you to vote in our Best of Western Washington viewers poll. That's right, this Friday is your last chance at midnight, and here is what you need to do. Okay, go to king5.com/best now or scan that QR code to vote and tell us who's the best in the Western Washington. Your vote can really make a difference. Some of my personal favorite ones in the categories are Best Happy Hour, Best Dive Bar, and Best Non-Alcoholic Cocktails. There are 45 categories and each vote enters you to win a trip to a luxurious Napa Valley wine country wellness getaway worth $7,000 from Aegis Living. Vote closes at midnight on Halloween, so make your choice heard, and good luck. Well, that does it for me, but I do want to say thank you to the Seattle Asian Art Museum for hosting us tonight. And tomorrow is a show that you don't want to miss. It's our special Halloween night. Ooh, see you tomorrow. Ciao.